There is much to be skeptical of in this world, so it no longer surprises me to learn how many people don't really believe in anything. For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall. Some days are harder than others, but I must try. We all have doubts. The light of the mind alone cannot burn away all darkness. We all go through periods of darkness. Of course, in a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. Until then, God be with you.
Have you ever experienced a deep sense of emptiness after finishing a video game, as if a beloved adventure has suddenly come to a halt, leaving a gap in your everyday life? Much like a captivating book or a binge-worthy TV show can leave us yearning for more, the end of an engaging video game often stirs a complex mix of fulfillment and sadness. I'm sure everyone watching this video has a favorite game that they can vividly recall their first experience with. Even after countless playthroughs, the love for it remains, and the desire for more never fades. Yet, as you approach the finale and realize the story is wrapping up, a feeling of hollowness creeps in, as if something precious has been taken from you, leaving you feeling lost. This is the post-game emptiness, immersing yourself in a narrative so rich and a world so intricately crafted that you feel a deep connection with your character. This bond enhances the player's experience, fostering an emotional attachment to the game and its characters, leading to thoughtful choices and genuine care for their fate. We dedicate countless hours to these games, pouring our time, energy, emotions, and sometimes even our money into the captivating virtual realms we navigate. We face monsters, unravel intricate puzzles, and level up our characters, all in the quest for that exhilarating triumph. Yet, when the final credits roll, we often find ourselves feeling, well, empty. It's akin to standing at the pinnacle of a mountain. You are filled with excitement and adrenaline, but now you feel a sense of deflation and confusion. It's a curious blend of joy and melancholy, much like bidding farewell to a dear friend after an unforgettable journey. But don't worry, it's not all gloom and despair. That post-game emptiness is indeed a reality, but it also signifies that we engaged with the game and its narrative. It shows that we were invested, we cared deeply, that we were eager to see how the story unfolded. And that, my friends, is something truly remarkable. Forming a connection with a character you can relate to or have come to cherish is completely natural and plays a crucial role in the feeling of emptiness after finishing a game. This emotional attachment develops gradually, starting from the first encounter with the character and culminating in the bittersweet moment of saying goodbye. Players often find themselves drawn to characters who display vulnerabilities, navigate challenges, and undergo transformations, as these virtual figures mirror their own life experiences. Witnessing these characters triumph over difficulties and grow evokes a sense of friendship similar to that of following a favorite hero in a book or a movie. When characters act as avatars or extensions of the player, it fosters a deeper personal connection. Players tend to project their own identities and decisions onto these characters, enhancing the significance of their in-game experiences. Customizable characters that embody the player's tastes and traits intensify this bond, allowing for a richer immersion in the character's journey. Take Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, for example. His story is so beautifully written, undergoing significant character development, facing numerous challenges and moral dilemmas that force him to reconsider his values. Through the path he takes, being accompanied by the player, it creates a powerful bond that is cherished and makes the player think of Arthur Morgan as one of their friends. I'm sure there are countless other examples of characters that have a powerful story that got players hooked and made them care for the character. Like Geralt from Witcher, Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us, Shepard from Mass Effect, and so on. Games that empower players to make choices influencing character outcomes enhance the feelings of agency. When players recognize that their decisions shape a character's path, they become more emotionally invested in the narrative. The significance of meaningful dialogues and relationships cannot be overstated. Engaging in conversations and building connection with characters amplifies this emotional investment, particularly when the interactions are influenced by the player choices. Titles featuring branching storylines and various decision points allow players to mold the narrative to reflect their own preferences and values. This empowerment shifts players from being mere spectators to active participants, enriching the experience and making it more personal. As players observe the tangible effect of their choices on characters and the surrounding world, their emotional involvement deepens. Each decision carries weight, and the resulting consequences resonate profoundly, as players are not just passively watching the story unfold, but are actively shaping it. Through thoughtfully designed dialogues, players can dive into the details of a character's personality, history, and even motivation. Games that feature intricate dialogue options allow players to engage in detailed discussions, revealing layers of character development that may not be visible through the primary storyline alone. This exploration fosters a stronger emotional connection, as players feel they genuinely understand the characters, their challenges, aspirations, and fears. Experiencing different aspects of a character's journey through multiple playthroughs strengthens this bond, as players witness the various paths and growth opportunities available to the characters. The resolution of a game's plotlines, the destinies of its characters, and the overall conclusion of the narrative arc are crucial for forging an emotional connection between the player and the character. In the realm of video games, delivering a satisfying narrative conclusion is sometimes almost impossible, but it's vital for instilling a sense of completion and fulfillment. However, this often leaves players grappling with a deep sense of loss and emptiness once the adventure comes to a close. Throughout their journey, players invest significant time and emotions into unraveling the story, making choices, and experiencing the narrative's ups and downs. A well-executed conclusion weaves these elements together, providing clarity to unresolved questions, settling conflicts, and showcasing the results of the player's decisions. This resolution is essential for granting players a feeling of achievement and closure, yet it also signifies the end of their active involvement in the story, which can evoke feelings of emptiness as the immersive experience suddenly concludes. The sense of loss tied to narrative closure becomes even more pronounced when players have developed strong emotional bonds with the characters. In video games, characters often undergo substantial growth, facing challenges and evolving alongside the player. By the game's conclusion, these characters can feel like companions or even extensions of the player's own identity. The end of their journeys can evoke a personal sense of loss, as players must bid farewell to characters they have grown to care deeply about. This emotional detachment can create a void, underscoring the game's impact on the player's psyche. Even in games that offer well-rounded endings, players frequently find themselves contemplating alternative outcomes or yearning for additional content to explore different aspects of the story. This lingering curiosity can contribute to a feeling of incompleteness, as players envision the possibilities that remain uncharted. The communal aspect of narrative closure also plays a significant role, as many players seek out online forums and fan communities to discuss their experiences and share their thoughts. But let me ask you this: is the end truly where the journey finishes, where you are left alone with your thoughts and emotions? My answer is no. It's just another chapter. You have to flip over the page to the next one and continue forward. Like the popular quote, it's not the destination, it's the journey. It doesn't matter where you end up as long as you know you can continue forward, collecting every journey and keeping them as cherished memories in your mind, knowing it won't be your last adventure. Numerous games have likely shaped who we are today, influencing our beliefs, broadening our horizons through their narratives and characters. I, for one, can vividly recall the first game that left me feeling a profound sense of emptiness after completing every side quest and activity available. It was The Witcher 3, and if you've experienced the game, you probably understand me. Its captivating story, the immersive rich world you can explore, the diverse characters you meet along your journey, well, everything is unforgettable. The freedom to explore at your own pace and engage in whatever activities you choose is truly remarkable. The expansions that added even more incredible storytelling, particularly the Blood and Wine DLC, which felt like a new game entirely rather than just a DLC. Many game developers overlook a crucial point. What players truly desire is not merely a rehashed game with a new narrative that ultimately leads nowhere, especially when it comes with intrusive loot boxes or battle passes. Instead, we crave experiences that allow us to dive deep, leaving us in awe and eager for more. You don't have to be the most amazing looking game out there, you just need a good story with relatable and memorable characters that will capture everyone's hearts. The happiness and feeling of relief that comes with finishing a game is soon overcome by sadness and emptiness, making you wonder, did I finish the game or did the game finish me? You may want to move on to another game, but will you ever forget that experience? No, it will stay with you for the rest of your life. You will cherish those memories you spent playing the game, maybe as a kid whenever your mom told you to go to bed, but you just decide to push on to the next boss. Or maybe after coming back from high school, postponing homework just to finish that one quest you're stuck on. Or finally, coming back after a long shift at work and just wanting to forget about your problems and bothers. Even though people have been saying that single-player games are slowly dying, I don't think so. I'd much rather have a game that has a beautifully written story alongside an amazingly crafted world that all blends together than an always online game that requires servers to play. So, the next time you find yourself gazing at an empty screen with the familiar post-game emptiness creeping in, remind yourself that it's only temporary. Take a moment to breathe deeply, think back on the journeys you've experienced, and perhaps even think about diving into a new game. The magic of gaming lies in the fact that there's always another universe to discover, another tale to unfold, so many new memories to make. And who knows, the next game might just be more thrilling, more immersive, and more rewarding than the last. So welcome that post-game emptiness with a smile, because it signifies your passion, your vitality, and the readiness for the next adventure that awaits you.